Hey everybody, welcome to Hit Rewind Christmas special, everybody. I'm Michael and Mindy's on the other side.
I'm trying to be jolly. That didn't sound jolly at all. Sorry.
We are talking about con artists and heist movies for a little while here, so I would be remiss if I did not include the Bad Santa double feature. Look, some people may say, the second one sucks. I think there's some actually redeeming qualities in the second one, and I laughed my ass off, but it's nowhere nearly as good as the first one. But hey, how could I ignore it? Thank goodness there wasn't a 3 though, like they were planning.
Yeah, this was, I think, the second time I had seen the second one because I didn't think it was, that funny. But I actually enjoyed it a lot more this time around. Maybe just sometimes you just need time, I think. But there was definitely some good elements. There was, how they often do in sequels is like, just to lay too heavy and like the repeat jokes from the first one, relying too much on that a little bit. But anyway, we should probably not start in the middle.
Right. Comedy sequels are really hard. Belated comedy sequels are that much harder. I mean, they're just. How many have we had that actually work? Okay, so none. Look, I like Dumb and Dumber 2, but I mean, it's not even in the fucking ballpark as the first one. I'm trying to think of other belated sequels. I feel like
I mean,
Beverly Cop doesn't count.
Zombieland 2 was like a really big time frame between the two as well. I mean, obviously it's not as good as the first one, but it's not bad.
Okay, I haven't seen the first ones, or the sorry, what? I haven't seen the sequel.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I just keep putting it off. But seeing new movies, period, has been really hard since I started doing the show in the pattern that I've been doing it for the last 6 years, where we started in 1980, and then there's this brief hiccup where we went to the 60s and 70s. So watching anything in the last 10 years, it's a little bit of a challenge.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, I'll find time sometime. We're moving into year 2000, so at least we're in this millennium.
Anyway, good.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you think there's a couple sequels where like the number 2 is the best one? Like,
oh yeah. Oh well, hold on. Which ones though? Comedy? Because it's usually with sci-fi and action. Because I can't think of comedy sequels. Trying. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Does that count?
Yeah.
Gremlins 2? I know people think that's blasphemy. I love Gremlins 2. Okay, well I guess.
I actually like Gremlins 2 better than 1. I've seen that one way more.
Yeah, I think the Gremlins 3, if it happens, they keep saying it's gonna happen, is the last gasp of 80s nostalgia for sure. But so I want to say there is an era of Christmas movies that still worked, and I want to say 2003 is pretty much the last time it does. We have Elf and Bad Santa, two completely different feel, some vibes, whatever going on with those. But do you know any Christmas classics after them?
Wait, are you saying that those were the last really good Christmas movies?
Yep. I can't think of anything afterwards. I know everybody loves a holiday, but that's not in my wheelhouse.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah, Love Actually came out.
You mean the one with Queen Latifah?
No, it's what's the one where you Jack Black and Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet?
Whatever. Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
I like it fine, but no, I mean, for me personally, my favorite Christmas movies, are, I mean, not exclusively these, but the ones that I wait to like as close to Christmas as possible because I love them so much. I mean, yes, of course, Elf, whatever, but mine are the Office Christmas Party and The Night Before.
Oh, okay. See, I've only ever seen those once. So.
But those are adult, and they're not universally, like, they're not for all ages.
Yeah.
So, I mean, didn't you really like Spirited?
Oh, okay, yes, I really like Spirited. I forgot about that one.
Really excellent. Those are the ones that I can think of off the top of my head. But some of the other ones that have been total fails from the year, like, Daddy's Home 2, which is, they did a Christmas one, and Bad Moms 2, which is a Christmas one. I mean, it's okay, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
it seems like so many of them now that are theatrical released, not the Hallmark. They shoot them in 4 days.
Right,
With
of
Ted
course.
McGinley kind of thing. Is everybody and it's a piece of shit, and they gotta find some sappy way to redeem themselves. Whereas Bad Santa does it in like one of the most honest ways you could kind of redeem.
Yeah,
Really
that's
gets
true.
into the structure of why people are fucked up. Look, it seemed a lot of the selling point is like, holy shit, they made this really hard R Christmas movie. That's fucking ballsy. And I'm sure they didn't think it was going to make much. I think it only cost like 12, 15 million and ended up making like a shit ton, not just in theaters and internationally, but on video. And there's been so many different cuts. I won't tell you which cut to watch. I have the unrated of both just because I want to get as much fun as possible. It's I think a lot of times they just think, well, they just want the nastiness, or they want the cheesy, comeuppance for everybody. Like, what's that one with Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick? Deck the Halls. Or like Christmas of the Cranks. It seems like this pattern of like grumpy, miserable, like we need to understand the true meaning of Christmas. And it never feels authentic. It never feels like these are real people. And yes, as outrageous as Bad Santa is, I fucking get these people.
Also, 8-Bit Christmas is really good.
Oh,
did you see that one?
I didn't really care for it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. Because, like, some of these people are just so petty and ridiculous that you're just like, why should I care about these people? And then suddenly they're good? No, I don't think so.
Oh, they're happily married. They have kids. They have a big, expensive home.
Yeah.
Most of these people be fucking fired and divorced. Don't.
Yeah. Yeah, but why are you so nasty? I think one of the better ways that movies that went about like that holiday transformation kind of thing is like the Santa Claus, the first one.
Okay.
Because I mean, maybe you haven't rewatched it.
I did actually for a couple years ago for a special. Yeah. I've never seen the sequels though.
Well, but what I'm saying is like his transformation kind of starts pretty early, so that you can see like he's still kind of a snark. He's kind of a punk or whatever. He's got a lot of issues, but you see what starts to change him, and it's a lot more believable, as opposed to like, oh, in the last 10 minutes of the movie you're like, ooh, whatever. But yes, I completely understand what you're saying about Bad Santa. Coming back to that like it isn't necessarily just about the like raunchiness, although shit, man, it's funny as hell.
There's something wrong with my fuck stick.
Oh my. And some of the stuff that they said in both of the movies, but especially the second one, since this was only my second watch, I had to like rewind it a couple times, and I'm like, what did they say? Because sometimes it's just like the lines are so cleverly worded or complete fucking gibberish that you're like, wait, what? So it was just I just kept having to rewind stuff and just, damn, that's so good. That's so fucking funny, man.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's like Glenn Ficarro, and I can't remember his writing partner, but they teamed up with Terry Zwigoff, who I think that threw everybody off, because Terry Zwigoff, I think, had only done a documentary about R. Crumb at the time.
Yeah,
And he really hasn't, like, this is a big hit, but he didn't take that paycheck. He didn't go out there and make, studio films. I think the next thing he does is Art School Confidential. That's the only thing I can remember. It's like, but the other guys, they did cash in the paycheck. Right after this, they did the Bad News Bears remake, which I do not hate. But it is just too close to the first one. And it felt like it was just like, okay, you're not really doing a whole lot new here.
yeah.
But so yeah, this one is about the unbelievable fucking loser. And what I love about the sequel is that it dives into why he's so fucked up. They kind of leave it a mystery in this one. He's a drunk. He's insanely horny all the time. He purposely fucks up his life, it seems, even when it's going okay. It's like he just self-sabotage.
He's like one of those yeah, exactly. Yes.
Oh, do I know anything about self-sabotage? Yes, I do. But Yeah, no, I'm the one that's going to admit to all that. But yeah, he's a low level heist guy. But I think with good ideas, him and his friend, they actually have decent plans. It's just he fucks up so much, and you realize though that he's not that horrible of a person because he wants to do good things. He wants to make the right decisions. But I think it's like when a person gets out of jail after a long time, uh, they aren't
That's
you.
all they know.
Yeah, it's all they know, and it's uncomfortable for them to not be in that world. So maybe they'll just commit another crime, and just go back. And I wonder if that's what it's like for him because happiness and stability is not something he knows at all or understands, and it just feels completely alien to him. So going back to that destructive life is the only thing he's comfortable with.
The unknown is very scary.
Yes, it is.
Even if you know that it's probably going to be better, taking that risk is really scary.
Here's the thing that I have discovered this year. Take the chances, do the things that scare you because most of the time it's in your fucking head. Because 4 or 5 times this year, I nearly talked myself out of something big and it was fine. It was totally fine. Bare minimum, just fine. Sometimes great. And I don't know why I have talked myself out of my life. And I think that's what he does. He has it within his grasp and just blows it. Uh,
I don't know. Your mind is a powerful tool for good or for evil.
yep. Bernie Mac in this.
Yes.
This is kind of revelation. Well, he had been in 2001, or not 2001. Sorry, 2001's Ocean 11. And people started to notice him there. And I want to say his show has already started by this point.
Why was he eating oranges that whole time? Do you think that was just his decision to be like, I don't know, just weird quirk?
Yeah.
He was really invested in those goddamn oranges.
Well, I feel like I read an article somewhere where he had heard about Steve McQueen. In fuck. So it's like a chain event. So actually, it's Brad Pitt was talking about his eating constantly in Ocean's 11 was based on Steve McQueen in Magnificent Seven constantly eating or doing stuff with his hands because Yul Brynner was the star at that time. Steve McQueen had only been in one other movie and he had just been on a very popular TV show. He was not a star, but because he kept doing this stuff with his hands, that people just kept looking at him instead of Yul Brynner, driving Yul Brynner fucking insane. And so they did that in Ocean's 11, but everybody was cool with it. Like George Clooney didn't care whatsoever. And I think that through that chain of events, I believe Bernie Mac had picked up on that. It's just do something funny with food and people will remember it.
I see, because he had experienced that while being in that movie with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, and God damn it, does he eat those fucking oranges?
I know. So one of the things I'm like reading on here is that Billy Bob Thornton said that he was genuinely intoxicated during some of the filming.
Well,
the escalator fall scene, he actually passed out after drinking 3 glasses of red wine for breakfast, followed by vodka, cranberry juice, and a few Bud Lights. I mean, isn't that a little too
method?
Yes.
But he seems like that kind of guy. Like I keep thinking about how he was just like a low rent hillbilly dipshit in a lot of movies. And he gets Sling Blade made, and like that's like a holy fuck kind of performance. Like, who is this guy? And I'm pretty sure he probably went full method on that one. And of course, but after Bad Santa, I believe he lightens up and just does, has fun with his roles. The only problem is a lot of his work became replicated, trying to replicate what he did here instead of just going off on different tangents. It's just different variations. Though he's fucking amazing in Fargo season 1. That was a kind of a revelation that didn't do anything to his career. But it's like all of a sudden everybody's noticing Bernie Mac and he starts getting leading roles, and it's sad also at the same time. This is John Ritter's. It's not his last performance because I believe there's a movie that he was either in the middle of shooting at the time or no, he was in the middle of a show. There was something else that he had in the can or whatever that wasn't released yet, some small independent movie. But what a fun way, I guess, to remember him in this role because it's so different than anything else he had done because he was always the leading guy. Always
Yeah.
the charming goofball, and here he's like a nebbish little dork with a goofy haircut.
I love how embarrassed he is to even
Yeah.
say some of the things that he thinks are dirty, but they're really not even that bad. He's just whispers it or whatever.
Oh yeah, when he goes when
Um,
he said effed in the A and she was in there going, "Oh yeah. Oh yeah."
But here's what I've learned that still blows my mind. I mean, I cannot wrap my head around this. That Billy Bob Thornton they were best friends.
Yeah, because of a TV show they had been on a few years
Yeah,
before called, well, not a few years, a
yeah,
little more, Hearts of Fire, which hardly anybody remembers.
yeah. And that I wasn't was John Ritter in Sling Blade, or
Oh,
was that the?
hmm.
I don't remember.
All I remember is Dwight Yoakam, but
I
maybe.
feel like they must have done something else
No,
together.
wait. I remember
Maybe not.
he wasn't Sling Blade because I remember him being a gay character or whatever. And he's like,
Uh,
I don't care if you like boys or whatever. Like I that's all I
yes.
remember.
Anyway, I mean, it's just. I mean, obviously, you don't know what people are like in real life, but they seem like the most opposite people in the world.
Yeah,
And to be best friends, because I mean, I hope that John Ritter really is as lovely as my heart wants. He thinks he is,
hmm
But I mean, I think also because of the lots of roles that Billy Bob Thornton has chosen to play, or maybe he's gotten pigeonholed. I don't know. He to me seems kind of nasty.
yeah, he
And
seems like a
maybe that's not
weirdo.
true at all.
Yeah, the whole Angelina Jolie thing, I think, is when everybody went, "What the fuck is happening? They're wearing each other's bloods around their neck." That's just, I don't. All right, huh?
They just got into deep too fast.
Yeah.
They lost their minds. It's okay.
Um, but who else? We have Cloris Leachman just being ridiculous and goofy, which I love.
Well,
Uh,
she barely said anything other than
yeah,
she's still somehow she's still she just makes she leaves such a mark even by doing very little.
right. Lauren Graham, who I'm curious if she didn't want to come back for the sequel, or there were scheduling issues, or what it was, but they did find a way of not just replacing her to change the narrative based on her not coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, he fucked up again and he lost her, and he's really heartbroken because he just screwed up. And look, I know he ends up with the other lady in the second movie, Christina Hendricks, but it also feels like I just got to move on with my life. Not that she's perfect for him; it's just he has to continue or he'll die.
Well, the other thing too is for whatever reason, Lauren Graham's character liked him just the way he was.
Yeah, I mean,
She didn't try. She didn't try. Yeah,
she
she didn't
had the
try to
fetish
change
thing.
him.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, she had a. I mean, that's maybe how it started or whatever. But she genuinely seemed like she didn't want to change him. She saw something good regardless of whatever. But in the second one with Christina Hendricks, I don't know. It just seems like she's trying to punish somebody, maybe herself, maybe her husband. I don't know. And it really was. She was just using him, and it just seemed kind of. I felt kind of gross for him.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it kind of flipped it.
No,
For
yeah,
me.
in the sequel, he is used by everybody, whereas in the first movie, he's only really used by Tony Cox, like just to get the heist done. I can't remember her name, Lauren Thomas or Tom or something like that. She does voice for Futurama, but she plays his wife, and she just wants shit. And he even says that he goes,
I know, she's the worst.
yeah, he goes, what is all this? Oh, Lufwa, Lufwa. Fucking. I cannot say it right. I had to put one away the other day at work. I couldn't stop saying it and giggling about it. But yeah, basically it's just like him finding himself, I guess, through this weirdo little kid, Thurman Merman. Is that seriously your fucking name? But Thurman Merman essentially is the good character in both movies. And he's such a dope. But he is genuinely good. He may be the only one, especially in the sequel.
He is so pure of heart. That ding dong, but excuse me, sorry. And it's just like how he has made the sandwiches the prime objective of his whole life, and with great joy. Bless that fucking kid.
You know the scene where there's the skateboarding kid with the blonde spiky hair that keeps torturing?
The worst actor known to man, is that what you mean?
I'm telling you right now, the kid who was temporarily my boss at the animal shelter looks just like that fucking kid all grown up, and I couldn't stop looking at it that way. I was like, oh, were you an actor at one time?
But he was also like, just like, wow, your delivery is just garbage, kid.
Yeah.
You know?
It might have been intentional just to make him look like a stupid moron. Yeah, there's so many things that his character gets it away with in this movie that you should not, nobody should in real life get away with. But it's, it's cinema. It's getting through, like, it's cathartic seeing that, because I've seen some rotten little fucking kids and treat other little kids like garbage, and you do want to smash their face in.
Mm-hmm.
Or you want to go to their house and smash their parents' face in, because clearly they got that way because.
Right. I don't know what is the best part of this movie, because even though it's not as good as the first one, there are some serious gems here, especially his speech to Thurman about what to do with sex.
Oh my god.
One of the most ridiculous, like, I had to watch it like 3 times because I was just like, what the fuck is he even telling this kid? It was the most, like, muddled, bizarre shit ever. And
oh, yeah.
He just makes her a sandwich, I bet.
Yeah, and then he runs off for some reason. I think because she started to take her clothes off, and he was freaked out by it, and then just ran.
Oh, God, it's so funny.
Thurman, you gotta porkinize the whoopee stick. The what?
And he's like, when he whispers that he only has $25. I don't know. It's so awkward.
Yeah, no, this one makes you squirm more than the first one ever will.
Yeah.
But yeah, so introducing his mom and telling the story behind all that, and that she's been gone for a long time, and that she's been manipulating, using him by any means necessary, including his former friends, who I thought, why did I think he was fucking dead? Or no, they killed Bernie Mac, right? But I thought something happened to him. Didn't he get shot or run over?
Yes, I think I was surprised too. I thought something happened to him. I couldn't remember. I literally just watched the first one.
Yeah.
And I was like, what did happen at the end? No, he kills Bernie Mac's character.
Okay. Right. Okay. But he gets his comeuppance by getting shot and run over, but he lives, of course.
But why did he get out? He murdered someone.
Oh yeah.
Whatever.
Maybe it was maybe they couldn't prove that, but they could prove the heist. I have to go back. I skipped the first one this time because I've seen it so many times, but it turns out I forgot some stuff. But yeah, it's him trying to, in weird ways, recover. And the problem is the people that are around him are just as fucked up. Like, there's a lady who has the hots for him, but she's only into hot, really filthy older men. And then Christina Hendricks is like, spit on me, fuck my ass, or whatever, and like out in the open around people. Like she talks about how she had sexual addictions, and then the drug problems and stuff like that. So everybody in this is basically seeking some sort of therapy, either subtly or deliberately.
Yeah. Real messed up.
Yeah, but the thing is, some people's therapy ain't healthy. Like his mom's therapy is horrifying. Yeah, she was gonna shoot her fucking kid over this money, and this time it's funny is that he even goes along as long as he does, because he knows instantly, I can't do this. This isn't just robbing a store like in the first movie. This is robbing charity. How the fuck do I get out of this? But he makes so little effort, it seems, because he's so broken.
Yeah, he's in a really bad place, and I mean, what are you gonna do if you're like, I mean, you're not even you're not even sober for like a moment of your life. You can't. Your judgment's impaired. Your decision making's impaired.
Yeah, yeah.
Your will is impaired. You know.
Yeah, it's funny the juxtaposition of the first movie where they're setting up Christmas, but it's like in Arizona, so it's a goddamn balmy ass hot. Everybody's wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and then switching this one, A, because I think it was cheaper because I think they shot this in Calgary, but having it in a place where it actually is snow, where it is winter and Christmas was a kind of like interesting flip of the coin, on the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is, I just don't think a lot of the characters are that memorable. Like the first movie, I remember like everybody, and they all had good arcs and good lines. And I feel like a lot of the guys here, like what was his name, Ryan Hinkle or whatever his name is from Veronica Mars. Normally,
Ryan Hansen, yeah.
fucking hilarious. He really didn't have anything to do here, and I thought he was kind of wasted.
Yeah, he barely did anything, and it was totally pointless. I mean, he's supposed to be a villain. Well, he had 2 scenes, and it was stupid.
Yeah, it seems mostly it should have just been the showdown between Kathy Bates and Billy Bob Thornton. Everything else just seemed kind of superfluous.
I mean, she's enough. They
Yeah.
have big enough personalities. I mean, it must have been so much fun for her to play this kind of a character.
Oh yeah, and the dialogue she has is insane.
Yeah, my God, what a nasty, icky lady she was.
Yeah. Hey, shit, stick. And that's like just 1%, and that's lower level compared to what some of the stuff she said. But I'm still trying to figure out, how did Thurman find him in Chicago? Did I miss something? Because it feels like there's a cut scene, even though I had the unrated cut, when he gets on the bus and he goes, does this go to Chicago? And she goes, no, this just goes to the mall. How the fuck does he get to Chicago? And B, how did he find him? How did he find him? I feel like that was all, unless I wasn't paying close enough attention, I feel like that was cut.
You're right, I don't 100% remember. I feel like he told him that he was in Chicago because he called him or something.
Yeah, but it's Chicago!
But yeah, how do you find him in Chicago? It's not a small place.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I remember this being kind of like a last stand for the Weinstein Company. They had exhausted all their franchises. We thought Scream was dead. We really did. 4 was supposed to be the final thing, and they were going to a TV show. Who knew? But they had tried sequels to a whole bunch of stuff, and Bad Santa seemed to be the last in line of what they were trying to put together. And I remember them saying, well, part 3 will be, he goes, no, whatever the 2 scripts that we had written for us, we'll make the best one part 2. And then it just kind of tells the audience, wait, so you're telling me the weaker script is going to be part 3? Why the fuck would I want a part 3 then? But they did hire Mark Walters, at least. Walt Waters, who had done Mean Girls. So he at least had experience with not filthy humor, but kind of like satire and kind of a stinging sensibility to his comedy. And I think the script's fine, but I wonder what would have happened if his brother, Daniel Waters, who did Hudson Hawk and Heathers and stuff like that, had been able to come into the Bad Santa franchise and infuse it with his demented humor.
Man, it would be kind of. Why haven't they never worked together?
I don't.
I feel like.
Yeah, I don't think they have. Yeah.
To bring both of their unique, approaches to comedy together could be really good.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I just don't know if they're even. I feel like this is the last stand for both of them. Like, they're not really making movies anymore. Well, Daniel's bridge had kind of got burnt with Hudson Hawk and Demolition Man and all that stuff that didn't make any money. But he's fucking hilarious. I'm sorry, but Adventures of Ford Fairlane is funny. At least it was when I was.
Those movies are definitely not appreciated as they should be. I'm sorry. I will say, till my dying day, Hudson Hawk is a good movie.
Yeah, it's because it's dark and offbeat, and I don't think a lot of people get that kind of humor. We're fucking weirdos, Mindy. we like stuff that's really kind of dark and demented and inappropriate sometimes. And I don't mean like purposely. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between dark humor and offensive humor. Like stuff that's really trying to hurt people, like saying, offensive slurs. That's not
Yeah.
what we go for. It's kind of the stuff of taking what's considered to be taboo and safe and normal and kind of juxtapose, with something dark. I think because we grew up in the Tim Burton era where you could always feel like there's an undercurrent of weird, demented humor in these suburbs, the safe little communities, like there's, it ain't always the greatest people. There's always something weird going on.
So, did you know that they're from Indiana?
Yep. I actually was friends with Daniel for quite a while.
Really?
Yeah, on Facebook we used to talk and stuff like that, talk about movies, and we talked about, I think he grew up in not Gary, but whatever's right next to it. Damn it.
South Bend.
South Bend.
South Bend.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you honestly, I stopped being friends with him because it's the weirdest thing is that he was kind of snobbish and kind of insulting to the movies that I would post about and I'd say I like. And I'm like, dude, of all the people who's had a long history of people shitting on your movies because they're very particular taste, you would,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be the one doing this.
It looks like they did work together once on Vampire Academy in 2014.
Oh, that's right.
But that's not a very good movie. Yeah, they both kind of have a run of like some solid stuff and then some not so good stuff. But it's like, Mark Waters did like, he started off not so strong, head over heels. But then he did Freaky Friday, Mean Girls, Spiderwick Chronicles, which is just okay. Ghosts of Girlfriends Past, which to me is a Christmas classic that I think most people forget about.
I don't think I've seen it. Yeah. Well, and we sometimes we complain about this stuff, but a lot of times you just take what you're offered, and you can't put it off forever, or then you're forgotten. And
he is now only directing Netflix movies.
Okay. Well, it's a job. And what do we do for a living? Well, you have a good job. I work for a stupid retailer. No, I don't. I work for a really great retailer. Please don't fire me.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Is
yes.
Really what
yeah, and the funny thing is sometimes what's on paper is not what the finished film is, but then it goes further than that. It goes into, hey, what does the studio want to do with this? Well, they're going to take it back and reshoot and re-edit, and oh my God. And then, a lot of times it's just not in your hands. Not everybody's Christopher Nolan who could command whatever he wants and however he wants. And if you fuck him over, like with Tenet, he will burn your bridges and go to another studio. He's like one out of a million.
He's like, you know what? This movie doesn't make sense, and I know it doesn't make sense. The end.
Yeah.
I saw him post that the other day, or I read it somewhere.
Speaking of heist movies, Inception, everybody, that might come up on the show. But yeah, Bad Santa. I think the second one gets a real bad rap. It bombed horribly. I mean, it made like a third.
I saw it at the theater.
Huh? You did?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it made like a third of what the first movie did, and by the time it came out on video, everybody's moved on from physical media. Basically, they're all just like streaming this. And the problem with streaming a lot of time is you forget that you even own it, or the fact that you even I forget I own movies all the time.
Oh, you're like, oh well, I have it. I can just watch it anytime, and then you never do.
Yeah, you never do. I keep thinking, oh yeah, I'll get back to that. No, I don't, because now I have a million things. Before it was just, what video store is in my town? That was the link that you had. That's it, or HBO.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think
that's why I still check out a lot of DVDs from the library, because if they're physically in my possession and there's a time constraint, then I'm more likely to watch.
I feel really bad. I went to the library and I got the new Smurfs movie, but then it showed up on MGM Plus, and I'm like, you know what? I don't really have the time right now anyway, so I just took it back, and I'll watch it eventually. I still have not got around to watching it.
Of course you haven't, because that's what happens.
Yeah. All right.
So, but also, I'm sure Smurfs 2 is not the higher of a priority to your life.
I know. I love the Smurfs, though. You and I, we were big Smurf kids. I hold on a little bit harder, I think. Yeah.
I think so, because I don't give no shits about them.
Really? Oh, I love the Smurfs, especially the original novels by Peyo. I'm waiting for somebody to go, hardcore Snorks for life, Snorks forever.
Okay, we've moved on way too far from our main objective.
All right, so that is it, everybody. Sorry, before we wander further off the ranch. Thank you, Minnie, for this one, and definitely tried to squeeze it in just 1 week, because we usually take one a month. But happy holidays, everybody, and go watch some stuff that's not just Hallmark shit.
I mean, Hallmark shit is awesome if you want to watch something really It's stupid.
There's got to be at
Mix
least.
it up,
I
baby.
wonder if there's a list. Top 10 Hallmark movies. Just some that I'll attempt.
Okay.
Goodbye, everybody.